Folks, speaking is great, and I salute each and every one of you who wants to be the consummate speaker. However, you have so much to offer. I would hate for you to restrict your deliverables to speaking, keynoting and training, or webinars and teleseminars. I really believe that when you develop a body of knowledge, when you are the subject matter expert, speaking is a great way to share your knowledge and gifts with the world, but it shouldn't be the only one. And if you were like me at all, budgets weren't so flush when you started out or are starting out. And one of the great things about writing is that it gets you some free publicity. It's a different kind of publicity. It's essentially, you can pay money and have an advertisement, but that doesn't necessarily lend credence to you or your topic. However, if you are sufficiently talented enough to get published, the presumption is, oh, there's a screening process. Somebody who wants to publish you, then you must be good enough to be published. So there's many, many great reasons why you want to be published. Among them, you definitely want to have something to put in your presentation folders. It's a great way to spread your name near and far. Do you realize that this very presentation is being videotaped and blogged about? So here I'm going to be doing what I do right now, speaking. Somebody else is going to be putting this out on the web where spiders are going to pick it up. And before long, all sorts of people are going to get the benefit of this program. What's going to happen today is I'm going to show you there are many, many ways of getting in print. And if some people love writing. I've written so much, I'm running the risk of being better known as a writer than a speaker. Not good, necessarily. And thank you so much, Trevor, for that laugh. But I mean, I get known more for the writing because the writing goes more places than I'm going right now. I know Michael's spoken in all 50 states. I've got a ways to go right now. However, what you're going to realize after today's program is that if you have a body of knowledge, if you have a speech, you have articles. Furthermore, the same article can be repurposed and massaged and developed in different ways for different audiences. And also that there are many, many outlets for your writing, more now than ever. And so it could be that you get published in the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal or Business Week. However, these days you could be picked up by somebody's blog and get as much or more notoriety in the target market you are pursuing. So that's one of the great things about writing. Let's see, a couple of things I wanted to point out. I think I've mentioned this before. When you write an article, you may be writing it for a particular editor, a particular publication, but keep the rights. Give them one-time or first-time rights because you can easily repurpose that article for other publications, for other industries either. And just as they have this adage in speaking, one speech, many titles, same thing with writing. One article, many titles leads to multiple iterations. Yeah, same article, different title, you can tweak it. And many of your articles are timeless. They are evergreen. Now that may hurt you in terms of the urgency of getting them in print, but by the same token, you get they have a long shelf life. Clearly, in times like these, financial news, retirement news, a lot of these topics are very much in demand, and you can't just give this stock advice we've been giving for the last 10, 15, 20 years. Everything is different now, but all the more reason why they need to hear your voice and read your words. So the question is, who do you write for? And my formula is very simple. Who are you speaking to? Okay, figure out who you're already speaking to. Very simple question. What do they read? Okay. Those are the publications that it would stand to reason you should seek to be published in. Alrighty, well, I think it's really important when you find somewhere that you'd like to write for, that you really look at the magazine, the journal, the newspaper. What is its style? What is its editorial style? What about the other people who are writing there? What are their articles like? How do they read? I think it's important if you want to get published somewhere that your style fits with the type of publication that you're desiring to get published in. And everyone's different. Some of the women's magazines are very edgy in certain ways. And other, Reader's Digest has its own set of readers and comfort level with certain topics and certain style of writing. I mean, the Reader's Digest stuff should warm your heart. And maybe some of these other publications stir a different part of your body. But I think the point is simply that know your publications. And maybe you jazz up an article for one audience and you tone it down for another one. Okay? All right, people laughing. Have you published in different publications where you've had this experience? Okay. I'm trying to remember a good example of this. If you're writing for a technical audience, you can use the jargon, you can use the acronyms, but if you're writing for a lay audience, you really want to tone it down. Okay, most publications have an editorial calendar and they have guidelines. You can obtain them from their website or from simply making contact with their editorial staff. Many magazines work a year out. They've got their themes already identified, and they work several months out. So if you wanted to be in the November edition of a publication, now would be a great time to be contacting them about, vacation plans for the retiree on a budget. Now would be the time to be hitting those folks up for something to be published in November.